Okay, let's review some oil industry news. Today is February 9th, 2023. U.S. West Texas Intermediate oil is selling for about $78 a barrel. It's down a little bit from yesterday. U.S. natural gas is selling for $2.50 per MMBTU. It's up a little bit from yesterday, but it's down several dollars over the last 90 days. North Sea Brent crude is selling for about $84 a barrel. It's down a little bit from yesterday. All right, U.S. rig count, drilling activity stands at 759 rigs. It's down 12 from last week, and we should get a new report out today for this week. But because of the steep drop in gas prices, we expect the U.S. rig count to continue to fall. The Canadian rig count is pretty steady at 249 rigs. And the international rig count is about 900. It's up one from last month. All right, before we go into the news, I want to just talk a little bit about the United Kingdom and their shale gas resources. So here's a map of the United Kingdom. And there's several different gas shales that they've discovered or know about. And one of them is called the Bowland Hodder Shale, right in the middle of the country. So a study was done by one of the British government agencies, and they estimate that this shale play could have about 1,000 TCF of gas in place. And but an earlier report of the area said that recoverable amounts of gas could be about 19 TCF, trillion cubic feet. Now we know shale drilling and fracking is not allowed in the United Kingdom, so they're not really developing this area. But to give it an idea of the scale of it, in the United States we have the Haynesville Shale, which is pretty important to us. And to date, the Haynesville has produced 28 TCF of gas. So that gives you an idea of the scale of this potential in the United Kingdom. All right, and good news, a U.S. company in Suriname, APA Corp, and their partner Total Energies announced discoveries in an offshore block. So this block is called Offshore Block 58, and they've had 5 discoveries to date. And some people are estimating that it could have 6.5 billion barrels of oil, and it could come on production in a couple years and reach 650,000 barrels a day. But the company said they're going to do a little bit more drilling, and they won't make a final investment decision until later in this year. So that's good news. Keep making discoveries and bringing on oil production. All right, another news, we have an article talking about the climate crisis and the anti-oil sentiment may be turning a little bit. And one example is the CEO of Liberty Energy put out a YouTube video criticizing North Face, a material and clothing manufacturing company, because they wouldn't take an order from Liberty Energy to make some promotional materials because Liberty Energy is in the oil and gas service business. And they said, you know, you're being hypocritical because everything you make comes from petroleum-based products. So that YouTube went viral. All right, CEO of Chevron also pushed back against all this talk about oil companies make too much money and they want to tax us more. And they said, well, you didn't really complain when the COVID crisis hit and we almost went out of business. Why didn't you try to help us? You didn't want to help us. Now you want to tax us when we make a little profit. Exxon is also pushing back against all these anti-oil policies. The European Union is proposing a windfall profits tax, and Exxon has filed a lawsuit saying they don't have the legal authority to do this, and that if they keep pushing these agenda, they will quit investing, or it makes investing in the European Union much harder. So we need to push back against these anti-oil climate crisis policies. So it's good news that some people are doing it. Now, we need to support the oil and gas industry because it provides cheap, reliable energy that powers our modern lifestyle. So support the oil and gas industry. Thank you for listening.